Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good Thursday. It is October 14th. Today we're talking about the stock market. Look at some options I got in and out of. Lots of different option plays, different stocks. What did we even look at? PaySafe, looking at Coinbase, Root. Got a lot of different stuff to go over today. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. We have a Twitter you can follow us on also. This is not it, but it's at Happy Money YT. And then we have a Discord too you can get on. It's in the description. So yesterday's video, I got a little... I didn't research the red flag thing. I didn't realize it was trending around on Twitter and social media outside of what Robinhood and GameStop were talking about. So my bad on that. They weren't tied in directly. I do think those tweets back and forth could have been directly at each other, but as far as the red flag thing, that was unrelated. That was just another kind of meme going around. Kind of a bummer on NFT Con. That's shameful to me that they would exploit the following behind GameStop, and really that just, to me, that doesn't help their cause at all. And I've definitely lost some respect for the NFT Con and that community in general. Honestly, that's I wasn't specifically hyped, but they did put that, and so I was expecting definitely something out of it on their tweet talking about game with capital G and an M-E, and then a special guest with the emoji. So yeah, that's just bad form and unprofessional. And if their conference was exciting enough for people to attend it, they wouldn't have to trick people into doing it. So yeah, I don't think that's a good play at all for them. And I probably will be tweeting, even though I don't know how many followers really matter, but I'm going to be tweeting against them for sure, because that's it's exploiting, it's exploitation. And I mean, they're pretty dumb. The whole following on GameStop all started to make money, and then a big number of investors on GameStop stayed and or got in because they have this conviction that this is going to stop market manipulation, which there definitely is market manipulation. I'm not saying it will or won't, but for NFT Con to literally manipulate the following GameStop has to watch their conference is the exact reason why they are investors in GameStop. Not all of them, but there's definitely a good portion, and definitely the ones that are more active on social media. So that is just very stupid, in my opinion. That being said, here we are. Charts today. So yesterday I was claiming a little bit of a SPY rally, and we had it just a big gap up, really. Just because yesterday towards close, we finally pulled bullish on the MACD here, and we had green over the 9. And that's why I said I was going to close my my credit spread. So I closed my credit spread on SPY, which is good, because that went from being I was up like 80%, and today it would have been totally max loss on that thing because it expired today. So glad I did that. I've been waiting for SPY to come down all day actually to play it long, but it's just stayed up there. I suppose in the last 10 minutes at least it'll probably come back to VWAP, maybe lower. We'll see though, because now we've confirmed this. We've got these 4 ridiculous weird little green over the green on the histogram on the MACD, and then we've got 1-2 candles over the 9 moving average. So I expect a bit of a rally now out of SPY. I mean, at least, yeah, I think so. At least not come down. The momentum has shifted. It's going up. We did have that divergence back here too that initiated that first little rally, kind of came down, consolidated, and now it looks like we're making another leg up. I wouldn't be surprised if we broke this 444 resistance up here and kind of kept going up. I'm not expecting new all-time highs at this point, but I don't like to give price targets, so just take it day by day. Maybe retest this area up here though, is 451. I don't know how soon. A couple weeks, week or two, we'll see. Maybe by next week. But yeah, this is setting up actually you can even see kind of an inverse head and shoulders here too. Didn't even really notice that before. Where's my drawing? I never just draw. Whatever. Here, here, and then here. It looks awful, but yeah. Shoulder, or head, shoulder, shoulder. And then of course we have, yeah, I'll erase all the drawings. Of course we have the divergence and everything that we had on there before, and now we're seeing this. Day to day, I'm not sure, but I think the momentum has definitely shifted. On the hourly, it's a little bit hot. RSI is high. So that's why I'm hoping it pulls back. Maybe it'll pull back some tomorrow and I can get a little long entry on SPY. Maybe it'll fill this gap. I don't think it'll fill this though. Not anytime soon. GameStop, on the other hand, doing exactly what we predicted, which is nice. When the chart just moves so erratically, it's hard when I just trade technicals for the most part. But yeah, I was saying this looks like a little cup it's forming, and yeah, some of you guys just were mentioning, oh, cups are a longer period of time. 100%, totally agree. Let me give you a good example of a cup and handle. Actually, here is LAC. Donro shouted this one out, and I was like, oh yeah, big cup and handle. So here's a cup and built a handle, and now it's rallying, and I actually have a long position on this now. But yeah, this is on a daily chart. So this cup built from February to whatever month we are, October, I guess. Yeah, the handle was just right here. This is a pretty nice looking cup and handle, in my opinion. I mean, I don't just look for these, but this looked like it to me. So anyways, to try and find it on a 5-minute chart or even an hourly chart seems a little silly, but I mean, I don't know. On the hourly, I did see it here, and and other things were telling me today was going to be kind of a meltdown consolidation day a little bit too, and that's kind of exactly what we have, which is forming this little handle. Now, tomorrow I kind of expect a little bit of the same. There might be some volatility in there, like shoot up or shoot way down, but then settle probably that max pain of around 180, kind of where we are right now. But the beautiful thing is right here, guys. Daily chart. We've got green over the 9 moving average, or I'm sorry, green on the MACD. We do have green over the 9 moving average. Look where this 9, this 180. See what's happening here? The 180 took a steep turn down, and just because it's basically the moving average finally starting to slow down in the long term because the candles came all the way down here. But now this is trying to hold up above that 180 right now, which is crazy. But what we do have is these green over the 9 moving average. And I'm glad to see, I mean, not glad, but it could have just rallied yesterday or today and just ripped. It just didn't make sense though for a stock. I mean, that's just so unusual for it to come down, do a consolidation floor, and then just go up. You know what I mean? It's not, typically it'll do that, and then like I said, it'll kind of retest a little bit, and then it'll go up, kind of find a base. If you look at Wyckoff's, let's see, that would be the accumulation phase, and that's over a long period of time with many different very specific dips in that, but the principle is the same, where the big market makers, the Wyckoff method, I guess it's the, what does it call it, the money man or something, I can't remember, but at the top they're distributing all their stocks, slowly selling them, and then they drop it down, and then it finds a floor. They're kind of testing the zones, and then they're basically start accumulating shares or whatever positions, and then they kind of test it here and here, and then they take it off. So what we're looking for is kind of another little come down here a little bit, and little support, probably like 172, maybe not that low, maybe it'll bounce off this 9 moving average, which is about 176, but then just kind of settling down a little bit. The MACD will get kind of flattened out a little bit. I think we'll stay bullish on it before we rally. So come down a little bit, maybe test a high again, then come down, and then we're going to really wait till we break this 188, 190. Once we break that, after probably not until next week, I'd say, then we are on a good path for sure. I plan on opening up a big, probably put credit spread position, just because this floor to me is pretty solid, especially now that today we've crossed bullish on there. However, you have to be careful because this could be kind of a false breakout. I mean, I don't think it's breaking out right here, but it could be that that happened back here, as you see. See, we didn't have that nice floor that we built over here. This is what I'm saying. So if you came down here and then it just did this and then just went up, that'd be very unusual. So this one built this little thing, little false breakout. This wasn't a low enough floor, so we had this false breakout right here on the MACD. And then once it started coming down here and it turned red, okay, that's a bad sign. Red under the 9, and then MACD then flipped. So then that's when you're like, okay, this isn't the bottom yet. So it keeps coming down, then it does it again. Not necessarily a false breakout, but it's building this kind of this zone, and then it kind of retests that low, and then it shoots up, and we break that resistance that we previously built. So that's what I'm saying for here. Can it come down, come up, maybe retest it, or maybe just on the second come up, it will break through it. So that's kind of what I'm saying. But when it comes back down, I'm not going to do it today because today I think we're just starting to come down. Probably tomorrow. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but probably tomorrow I'll set up a put credit spread for kind of this maybe 170, maybe 175 range. So it has to stay above that. And then you can do those, and then you're not trying to get a lot of volatility. It doesn't have to moon. You just use more capital and use more capital to make more, basically. I shared a lot of charts today. We'll go over those momentarily. I want to show so this is kind of, I probably won't make it this big, but this is kind of what I'm saying right here. So this is, what is this even? I don't even know what the strikes are on this, but something like this. So basically the max profit probability at this point was almost 80%, 20 grand max profit, max loss was 109,000. And it had to close basically above 175. This was 1 day expiration. So I was just giving this to an example for someone. I'd give it more time, and probably not quite as big, but something similar to this. And then it doesn't matter how quick or slow it goes. It can even trade sideways as long as it is above your strike. The closer to the money strike by expiration on a put credit spread. So probably do something like that. But yeah, I'm stoked. This looks good. Not getting calls yet. I got some today this morning, flipped out of them real quick. Got excited. Even though the chart didn't make sense to me, I just got excited because I saw big green. And I was like, yeah, maybe it'll just make a U and it'll be really weird. Probably broke even, maybe lost a little bit on it, but not a big deal because we are selling premium on it right now. And I probably won't hold this overnight because holding covered calls overnight scares me on this, at least with my trading account. Let's go over the accounts real quick. I need a little more Yaz. That one track on here is just a little bit quiet, I think. There. I'm also a little further away from the mic. If you guys like this better, I just noticed I could turn the gain down a little bit, but I just don't sound good on that close. So if this sounds better, let me know, or if it sounds worse, let me know. All right. Did a lot of different stuff today. Holy crap. So this was yesterday's call credit spread, maybe? I don't even know what this is. Yeah, I think this is settling from yesterday, maybe. Close out of that hood to play it. That one didn't work out. This was a bullish play on hood. They've only gone down. This was, I got rid of a lot of, I was coming in and out of covered calls, and then I can't remember all the different stuff, but basically closed out of a lot of my GME stuff. Went long on some calls and then closed them out. Just flipped stuff today on that. I opened up a root. Let's see, I have a put credit spread still waiting to be filled. And I'm kind of liking this strategy better because I see stuff once it's rallying. I'm like, okay, I'm too late. And then I'll get it later, but then I forget about it. And I just open up an order and do it at a much better price than I'm getting right then. It won't fill, and I'll just leave it at good to cancel. Wow, look how oversold that is. And then like the next day, it'll remind me that it's still there. And I can figure out what I want to do with it then. But yeah, this thing's looking nice. It's got a nice divergence here. I shared it on here. Let me show you. I am root. So here's this. Got a nice divergence. MACD and RSI divergence. And then also we just crossed bullish on the MACD. On this daily chart on root. So that's this one. It looks like we're going to continue that. And then it did the same thing back here. If you see this, we had this divergence. This was back 4 months ago. These are kind of a longer time frame, I guess. Same divergence here, and then it rallied up to 14 bucks from 8, and then basically exact same setup as here. So hoping we get at least a rally up to kind of 8 or so, kind of this resistance, 8.5, but maybe this thing will go crazy. I mean, it's at such a cheap price now. I actually also did add this to the long term. I picked up 300 shares for the long term. This is kind of an interesting company, so you can look into that for yourself. Safe, I'll show you the chart here. Let me see if I can, yeah, I'll just do it like that. There's PaySafe chart. I shared this on our Discord. Kind of the same setup, not quite as nice as Root, but it's got this MACD divergence. Got a bullish crossover right here on the MACD, as well as RSI divergence. This is a little soon. I kind of expect this to come down and then probably rally, kind of build a floor first. But yeah, some of the trades I put in on this already got filled. So yeah, and those were calls. Let's see, the Root one I got is a 750 call. The PaySafe, I'm doing put credit spreads and calls on PaySafe and Root. PaySafe is a $10 call. Doesn't look like any put credit spreads open on that. I also did Corsair put credit spreads and calls. There's the Root shares. I sold my costs. LAC bought calls. So kind of did a lot of positions today. Let's see. There's PaySafe. Here's Corsair. Kind of made this inverse head and shoulders. So there's the head, there's the shoulder. It's kind of upside down. We also have the divergences on there. So it looks like it's ready to rally. That's all shared on the Discord. I was just throwing charts on there. Huckleberry wasn't around to give us charts, so I was throwing charts. Yeah, you can see it here though. And now we've got a green over the MACD, green over the 9 moving average. Corsair, I've tried with this stock a lot. It's in the long term. Hopefully it makes a bit of a rally, at least up to 30, and hopefully does a little short squeeze like it did back here to 43. That would be legit. Legit. Let's see, Root. Yeah, so some of these still aren't filled. I have a put credit spread on PaySafe and Root that haven't filled. I'm moving these shares to my long term actually. I guess I got 400 shares. And then Orf kind of settling down. Not sure if that'll keep rallying or not. I'm holding those. I've got a lot of time. LAC call. Here's the Corsair one. So put credit spread 25 and 27.5. And that's for a month, basically November expiration. And then I've got $30 calls for then also. And then Rocket's kind of looking good too, maybe. GameStop, here's all our short calls on GameStop. I have 1 205 here and then 8 205s here. So this is just paying back for some of the loss I had today and then a little profit on top. So the credit for this is 664. For this one is 83. So as you see, I cleaned up a lot on here, basically got rid of a lot of different stuff. I made one mistake. I had the put credit spread on GameStop and I closed the short leg of it thinking it's at the top and it's going to come down. I left the long leg, which was long on the puts, and it was a kind of a big position. And then the time decay hit it today, so those both lost a few $100s. Should just close it simultaneously or just waited longer, but I'm not legged out of something like that. And I was like, oh, I guess I shouldn't have done that because it's not going to drop fast like I was expecting, or like I was hoping, I guess. Datadog, these I'm probably gonna have to roll. We've got the Datadog and the shop, and they've kind of rallied. Datadog's like breaking out now. This all-time highs. Yeah. I got this wrong. So Datadog's ripping. This is very bullish. I'd say this is a good one to go long on. That's gonna be a pretty bad loss for me. My Shopify, this one looks like it's gonna be a long one too. Yep. So both of these, I was kind of expecting them to come down with the market. Market's found a bottom and started to rally, and I think these are ready to rip, especially this one bouncing off of that, and the other one breaking out to all-time highs. Why? My positions on them are too big. SPY still not coming down. 334. Yeah, that's what I got, guys. I'm stoked because that MACD is bullish on the daily, and GameStop That's what we need. Need probably a few days, maybe a week from consolidation. Yeah, I shared a DD on here that I'm thinking I might have to do a whole video on. I can tell you guys what it's called if you want to read it. So I may have stumbled on one we started. Oh, no. Happy notes. Yeah, it's riding the cycles. What really happened on January 28th. Really interesting about the SLD period and kind of the cycle that GME. It's hard for me to walk away from it not being in a cycle, seeing it like this, you know, on such coordinated times and bases, and it's not just normal. So the cycle theory it's talking about is pretty complex, but it also makes sense. And it even talks about the SPY and kind of in that same SLD period, it's affecting the banks and why the SPY had all these basically choreographed dips at consistent intervals. That's what I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Peace out.